This powerful video brings together two emotional and thought-provoking moments that highlight the real consequences of human actions and the possibility of change. In the first story, a deeply personal family conflict unfolds, showing how one decision can leave lasting emotional scars, especially on children who witness it. The situation becomes intense as accountability, responsibility, and the impact of violence on loved ones are brought into focus. In the second part, the tone shifts to a story of struggle and second chances. A woman faces the consequences of not following important conditions in her life, but instead of immediate punishment, she is given an opportunity to rebuild herself. The emphasis here is on growth, mental health, and taking responsibility for one's actions moving forward. Together, these moments create a compelling narrative about consequences, redemption, and the importance of making better choices. It's a reminder that every action has an impact, and sometimes, change is still possible when given the chance.
Attorney, did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We're proceeding on a lesser included charge of assault, bodily injury, family, household.
Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
Showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, family, household?
Yes, ma'am.
That is a Class A misdemeanor. The range of punishment, if you all can initial here.
Yes.
The range of punishment is anywhere up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Judge.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Bradley, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, family, household. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 50 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's a $300 fine. There are no applications, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence. And if you all could initial there. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bradley, did you review the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Judge.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contact.
State any evidence?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all of its attachments.
No objections, Judge.
Showing you what's entitled waiving consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
All right. State, was the complainant informed of this offer?
Your Honor, this complainant previously tendered an A&P to our office, and in subsequent attempts to contact her, she's been unresponsive, and the state's been unsuccessful in making contact with her.
All right. Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I would just like to say that my client has been in custody and has learned from his mistakes. He will never be before you again.
All right. What have you learned?
I had learned that small things can lead up to this specific thing right here, and I learned my lesson, and it won't happen again.
Yeah, but have you learned your lesson that you're not supposed to put your hands on anybody?
Yes, ma'am.
And the witness in this case, the juvenile, Damani, is that a female or a male?
That's me.
All right. And how old is Damani?
8.
Right. And is that your son?
I step son.
All right. So he's a witness to that. Do you know what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
That means that he was traumatized on that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have employment?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
Cook at Sonic.
Okay. I don't think adults sometimes realize what they put children through. So this child saw you attacking his mother. So one or two things he's going to learn from that. One, he's learning that if you love somebody, you hit them. Or two, he's learning that right makes right. And what he's going to end up doing, if he's in a relationship and he learns this is how you show love, or either this is how you get your way, then that's what he will be doing. And he will be taking that into his school years. Do you have any children with her, biological children?
No, ma'am.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. Court is finding you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, a $300 fine, time and money will run concurrent, 50 days in the Bexar County Jail, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with Semaj, S-E-M-A-J, Johns, and Dimani, D-I-M-A-N-I, Hunter. So what that means is you're not to have any contact with them. Your relationship with them is over. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
They deserve better.
Yes, ma'am.
And she is not reaching out to the state. She wants to do an affidavit of non-prosecution. So maybe she wants to get back with you. Maybe she wants to tolerate this. But you're not allowed to have contact with them. So you're going to have to move on to somebody else. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have contact with them, it's going to show up in the system if the police are ever called and there's going to be an issue. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. And because this is a plea bargain agreement, I follow your plea bargain agreement and you waived your right to appeal. You do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I mean this, and hopefully the most helpful ways for you. And I don't take domestic violence lightly, but if you want to be in a relationship, and if you think you will be good in a relationship, you know what you should do?
Yes, ma'am.
Go to one of these stores. They have orchids on sale. Those orchids are probably about $12. They have the blooms over on them. They look beautiful. Keep that orchid until those blooms fall off. And if that orchid line saying put 3 ice cubes in them, then somebody says, well, that doesn't work. They light the light, put them next to a light, then the light doesn't work. I have had no less than 6 orchids. None of them have survived. So now we have 2 more in the back. We shall see if they will survive. And I say that because orchids, when you get them to bloom, that teaches you patience. Because you look at it and you think it's dead and you want to throw it away. But if you work with it and when it reblooms, you're very happy because you have worked towards making that bloom. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do better.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Who is here? Is calling 2016 CR 11778, State of Texas versus Janie Mendoza. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
John Robertson for Ms. Mendoza.
And are you Ms. Mendoza?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Showing you what's entitled motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. All right, I have two motions. And it's not listed. The second one is not listed as an amended motion. Do you all have two motions?
No, ma'am, I have the one dated May 23rd or 24th, 2023.
All right, I have a May 18th. I'm sorry, May 25th,
That's what I have, Judge.
2023. Is that what everybody has? And then I have a second one where she's listed as an AKA. Is there an AKA involved in this?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because I have Janie Mendoza, AKA Janie F. Mendoza.
What's the file date on that, Judge?
I'm sorry?
What's the filing date on that one?
The following date on that one is 2018.
That's the old one.
Okay.
That's there.
All right.
2023 is the current.
All right. Thank you. So did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Janie Mendoza who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2016 CR 11778 for the offense of failure to stop and render aid moving vehicle on May 31st, 2017 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right. State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 5 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Janie Mendoza, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of January 2023 in violation of condition number 5.
I need to stamp. How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And we waive and abandon the other violations alleged in the motion to enter, Judge.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 5 years in the prison
Yes, ma'am.
and up to a $5,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes.
Counsel, do you have any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor. That court's aware this is a hybrid offense, a hybrid
Yes.
felony with an option for up to a year in county jail, up to 5 years TDC.
Mhm.
And we have an agreement with the state for it.
Yes, Your Honor. We've agreed to recommend to the court that the defendant be sentenced to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail with credit for time served.
All right. So, and why are we agreeing to this?
That's what my client wanted to do, Your Honor. She's got 725 days total credit, including her time at safety. And we thought that was a fair way to resolve the case. She would like to get the case resolved so she can get back home.
Has she done anything on probation?
She completed safety successfully.
Okay.
She's reporting her UAs have been clean.
And was there any restitution involved in this case? Because I wasn't the one who accepted the plea on this case, since it's from 2018.
If there was and it wasn't paid, it would certainly be alleged as a violation on the motion.
Okay. No restitution. All right, and probation with regards to this recommendation?
Your Honor, probation's recommendation originally was to extend her for 6 months and have her provide proof of mental health care and services within 30 days.
All right, so counsel, this is what the court will do. I won't sentence her today. I'll accept her plea of true. If you can bring to the court, because obviously there's mental health issues. I think everybody can agree, because otherwise probation wouldn't be asking for this. Am I right in assuming that there's some mental health issues involved?
Somebody made that determination at one point in time, but I think the probation report says something about it.
because they want her to be able to provide mental health care services. So, counsel, if there can be a plan for her to have mental health services available for, I know there's Center for Healthcare Services and all of this. If you can get something for the court for that, I will follow the agreement that you all have entered into. If you're able to get something by Friday or Monday, then I'll follow that agreement, because I don't want to agree to judgments, because it's a judgment satisfied.
Right.
And I don't want to do that, and then there's nowhere where for her to go and there's no plan, because otherwise it will be an extension. I can either extend her for the 6 months.
Do you want to do that?
I'll go ahead and do that now.
Okay. All right, then what the court will do, the court would deny the motion, extend for 6 months. And you're to provide proof of mental health care services within 30 days. And what I can tell you, because I know what the agreement here was, if she provides proof of that, then the court will consider termination. All right. So what you need to do, whether or not you're off this in 6 months, or whether or not there's another motion to revoke file, is 100% dependent upon you. So probation is going to give you all the information you need to get your mental health treatment and make sure that you have the case manager and everything. If you fail to do that, then that's on you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. Is there anything else?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
In conclusion, this video highlights two powerful real-life situations that reflect both accountability and the possibility of personal change. It shows how actions taken in difficult moments can have serious consequences that affect not only individuals but also families and relationships. At the same time, it also presents a reminder that life does not always end at a mistake. There can still be opportunities to improve, learn, and move forward if a person is willing to take responsibility. The first situation emphasizes the emotional weight of harmful actions within a family setting, showing how deeply such events can impact trust, stability, and the well-being of children. It serves as a reminder that choices made in anger or conflict can leave lasting effects that are not easily repaired. The second situation shifts the focus toward correction and rehabilitation, where a person is given a chance to make positive changes in their life. It reflects the idea that accountability is not only about punishment but also about encouraging growth, structure, and better decisions for the future. Overall, this video delivers a balanced message. Actions have consequences, but change is always possible when there is honesty, effort, and responsibility.